There was once an extremely wealthy man who loved to host huge feasts and invite the entire town to join him. He had an interesting custom. At the end of dinner, he would lay out his finest silverware, decanters, and goblets, and everybody could take home with them one item that they wanted. One time, from a neighboring village, an ignorant poor man joined for dinner, and he noticed that between each course, the wealthy man took out a small crystal bell, rang the bell, and out came the butlers, the bakers, and the entire delicious course was brought out to everybody else. Well, when it finally came the opportunity for this man to choose something to take with him, he turned to the wealthy man and he says, I want that crystal bell. The wealthy man says to him, what do you mean? It's almost worthless. You can buy it for $10 in a local store. He says, no, 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 no. Don't trick me. That's what I want. I know this is the source of all your wealth. Well, he takes home that bell. He rushes home to his family. Tells his wife, invite all the neighbors, our cousins, the guests, the mayor. We're going to have a huge lavish feast. She says, but who's cooking? He says, don't worry about it. Just get lots of tables, lots of cheers. It's going to be a party. Well, sure enough, they set up for 200 people. Nothing is on the tables. Everybody's waiting. How is this poor man going to provide such an amazing dishes and dinner? Well, how is this going to happen? As soon as everybody's there, the poor man looks up and he says, don't worry at all. Look what I have. And he stands there with his bell and he starts to shake the bell. And nothing happens. And he shakes it again, louder, full with fervor. And there's no butlers, there's no bakers, nobody comes out. The man is crestfallen. He's humbled by this experience. He runs back to the wealthy man that night and he says, you tricked me. You lied to me. You gave me something wrong here. He says, what do you mean? He says, that bell you gave me, you must have switched it at the last minute. I rang the bell and nothing happened. The wealthy man smiled and he says, my friend, the bell only works when you have generations and generations of wealth behind it, of investment. Then you can just shake the bell a little bit and out will come all the delicacies of life. But without that investment, it's just an empty bell. My friends, words in life used to mean something. They meant deep concepts. When somebody rang the bell and they just said the word, let's get married, it was clear what it meant. That meant forever, till death do us part. When you said to a fellow Jew, let's study Torah, he understood. There's something really rich and deep about it. When you mentioned Eretz Yisrael, the homeland of the Jewish people, there would be a shiver. There was a commonality, a common language between Jews. You just had to shake and make the chime of the bell. And it evoked so much in the storehouse of memories of a Jewish person that was there. When parents said to their children, it's Seder night. Seder. We live in a different generation today. That worked when we were close to our resources of values and morality and traditions. Then just a word, a couple of comments was enough to evoke everything that laid behind. Today it's not so simple. Today, if we want to be able to use those same words, we have to make sure to invest deeply into all the richness that will allow, when we enter into a marriage, it should carry that wealth with it. That when we think about the love for Israel, it should be able to evoke that deep innate bond that exists. God should bless you and each one of us to carry that bell with pride, but more importantly, to make sure we back it up with the deep investments that allow our lives to be so rich.